Welcome back to the Mubadala Arena in Abu Dhabi on the final day of group action at the Adidas Next Generation EuroLeague Finals. With Group A now concluded, we turn our attentions to the final two games in Group B, beginning with a rematch of last year's championship game as Real Madrid take on Insep Paris, an all-time classic of a game between these two in Berlin last year. Madrid winners by just 1 point in overtime to claim their fourth title in 5 editions. They came here aiming for an epic three-peat. Insep arrived looking to go the one extra step, but remarkably, it's already not possible for either to advance to tomorrow's final. Instead, it's Žalgiris who'll take on Milan in the championship game. The Italians having edged Dubai this morning to win Group A with a perfect 3-0 record. Žalgiris already guaranteed Group B winners before their final game against Overtime Elite, having beaten both Madrid and Insep here over the last couple of days. An incredible achievement for both group winners. Milan reaching their first ever championship game, just the third ever for an Italian club, and Žalgiris back to the title decider for the first time in 14 years and doing it as a wildcard team here in Abu Dhabi. Well, we had very good reason to pick this one, to have back-to-back EuroLeague champion and former Efes captain Doğuş Balbay alongside myself, Tim Long. Madrid back-to-back champions, Insep pushing them to their limits in one of the greatest games in this competition's 23-year history last year. But Doğuş, now they play only for pride and development in the final game.
Yeah, obviously both teams came here with a big expectation to win this tournament, but unfortunately this game, it really doesn't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen to make the final. But again, yeah, they're gonna play for their pride. They came here for a purpose, so they're gonna show why they're here, why they deserve to be here. I expect to be a tough game today for both sides.
A look at a couple of key players for Paris. Cameron Windu, who is playing around 20.5 minutes a game, 12.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, and Maïssa Faye, only 8 points here against Žalgiris, but hit the three that forced overtime, and then yesterday exploded for all career highs of 19 points, 13 offensive rebounds, 13 total rebounds, 5 assists, and a 28 PIR for him. We'll see if he can carry that on here today, one of the younger players. And we'll have a look at Real Madrid as well. Lost their standout stars from last year's success. Hugo Gonzalez, the MVP, Demin Bosniakovic, Diane were all part of that team, have left as well, but still this roster, Doğuş and the players will look at, regarded as one of the most talented here in this ANG tournament.
Definitely very deep roster, very athletic team. They know really how to play. Tough team. Both sides. You know, Insep as well. But you see Jimenez here. His averages, final averages are 15 points a game with 31 minutes playing. Great player. We'll see if he can keep up and reach out to his averages this game as well.
He's had a tough time shooting the ball, but excellent energy and hustle yesterday. 4 offensive rebounds, 3 steals, a couple of blocks, and 8 fouls drawn. Was a Madrid player that did not give up on the dream. And Sidi Goy, phenomenal in both games. Yesterday, career highs of 19 points, 13 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds. Madrid plus 7 in his 24 minutes on court in a 1-point defeat. And the day before, 18 points and career highs of 4 blocks and a 28 PIR. The 17-year-old Senegalese centre has perhaps been Madrid's best player here, along with Ignacio Campoy.
Definitely, I can say that, especially Goy. He's having a great tournament here. And his presence inside the paint is really unmatchable, with his blocking shot ability, finishing around the rim, attacking off the dribble. He's a unique player with his modern energy.
Insep being introduced first, 1-1. On game day 1, they fought back from 10 down the final 4 minutes against Žalgiris and forced overtime. Had the lead with 2 minutes of the extra period to play, but conceded an 8-1 run to lose the game. And that late lapse from their usually stubborn defense effectively cost them their chance of returning to the championship game. Žalgiris confirmed as group winners before Insep's retaliation yesterday when they fired 110 points to beat OTE by 35, a game in which they grabbed 21 offensive rebounds and got to the line to shoot 73% on 37 free throw attempts. And Madrid 1-1 as well. Shook off a slow start to beat OTE by 14 the first game, committed 22 turnovers but dominated the interior with 31 twos at 63%. Also shot 60% from two in qualifying for these finals, but yesterday held to only 43% on the inside by Žalgiris. Agonizingly as well, shooting only 52% at the foul line, 11 missed free throws in a game they lost by just 1 point that cost them their chance of going back to the championship game. Žalgiris, in contrast, 80% at the line, made 4 more than Madrid despite 3 fewer attempts. Tough numbers to take, Doash, given it ended their dreams of that epic three-peat.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, one of the keys would be for Madrid team to take care of the ball. You know, they got to do a good job taking care of the ball. Each ball, you know, each position has its own value, so they're going to be more careful creating for each other and find open shots.
We saw the two head coaches there, Javier Juarez, the man who had taken Real Madrid to the previous 2 titles, and Francois Perronet. A tough start for him on the Insep bench, having taken over this year from long-time man in charge Lamine Kebe. The starting 5 for Insep, key players for them as well. Uga Yimga Makori, 15.5 points, 12.5 rebounds a game for the number 2, and Naton Solimon, just 16 years of age as well, has been superb so far. 17 points, 9 boards against Žalgiris, 17 points, a career high 4 blocks against OTE. And for Real Madrid, Declan Duru, the glue guy, is in there along with Kaiser, who starts but doesn't play long minutes. We've talked about Jimenez already, and Goy, and the main creative force, Adrian Anjevs, who set a new career high of 9 assists with 0 turnovers against Žalgiris here. But like most of his teammates, his shooting was limited by that Žalgiris defense.
Yes, that's one thing that he needs to improve, and they need to improve outside shooting behind the arc. But again, 9 assists with no turnovers it's a great stat. But you can never stop improving yourself.
Javier Juarez having to try to mould effectively a new group to go all the way this year has just fallen short in that regard. Huge names, generational names really, to lose in one batch of players. The stars last year, Hugo Gonzalez, Igor Demin, Mito Bosniakovic and Ismaila Dian, all graduating towards the senior stage. It's a younger team for Madrid, and they will learn from this disappointment here in Abu Dhabi. And you can bet, Doash, they'll be back.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. These both teams, Madrid and Insep, they have a great culture, and you know, especially Madrid winning this tournament so many times. You know, they're gonna come back stronger. They like to be in these tournaments, and they have great experience. So you know, I wouldn't be surprised come in and play in the final in the next couple of years.
They are 2 of the most famed academies in the world game. Last year, capturing lightning in a bottle to create ANGE finals magic in Berlin. Many players remaining on both sides from that incredible championship game that Real won by 1 in overtime. For Insep, Jonas Boulefard had 23 points, 13 rebounds in that defeat. Yimga Makori and Naton Solimon, only 15 years of age last year, also scored in double figures. A year older, they dreamt of the trophy this year, but it is not to be.
Les mecs, quand vous descendez, souvent vous descendez sur le corner, la balle elle va à l'opposé, vous bougez avec la balle, il va se passer des choses, de temps en temps vous allez pouvoir switcher, vous allez voir ce que vous allez pouvoir faire, ok? Il faut juste bouger avec la balle, vous verrez ce que vous avez à faire. C'est bon pour tout le monde? Ouais, on commence avec Yanis, Nathan, Hugo, Cameron et Noah. Ouais, on commence avec un 5 flash. Le box out les gars, le box out les gars.
As they say, lightning does not strike the same place twice, and this year neither the reigning champions Madrid nor last year's runners-up Insep can go any further. Both stunned by Žalgiris over the last couple of days, but full of incredible talent. They can yet put on a show here in Abu Dhabi. Of course, winning is part of the culture of these 2 academies, and a mentality they want to instill in these young players, Doash. But it's all about development by playing against the very best on the continent of Europe, and this is certainly that.
Yes, it's a great platform here in Adidas Next Generation EuroLeague finals. Great platform to get exposed and show yourself, show your skills to the whole world. You know, we see in the stands here a bunch of NBA guys and you know, GM scouts watching, a bunch of legends, former players come in and supporting the youth. So it can't get any better. You know, doesn't matter if you're playing for the championship game or not. You still got to come out there and show your best. And this is why you're playing the basketball. This is, you know, you got to come out and have fun here.
This is the shiniest window in the junior game. And these young talents will look to show what they've got again with so many important people in the stands here in Abu Dhabi. Sidi Goy certainly has done that. Huge improvements from him this year. He was the second youngest player on the team at last year's finals. Let's see if the centre can dominate again. It'll be a different test against a very athletic and lengthy Insep side. Here we go then, a rematch of last year's championship game at the Adidas Next Generation EuroLeague Finals. And Madrid will start with the ball. Duru, who is a part of that defeat, a big part of it, a part of that victory last year rather, now suffering defeat this year. Lots of Madrid players were hoping for that fairy tale three-peat, none more so than Amadou Traoré, who celebrates his 18th birthday tomorrow. Would have been his final appearance on the ANG circuit. He's on the bench. Here comes Insep with their trademark quick attack, but not beyond the baseline as Cameron Windu look to go coast to coast.
It's a good recovery, good block. But again, Madrid started, sharing the ball, taking their time on offense. They just couldn't convert it. Now they got to get stopped on the defensive side.
Yannis Allet free inside for the simple layup. Within 19 minutes with 4 assists a game. Hasn't been a big scorer, but he got 3 in the paint. Here's Goy off to Angt. Skips it out far side. Duru didn't want to take the open 3. Jimenez, his shot's been off at this tournament. He goes inside and misses from there as well.
Jimenez is a big key of this Madrid team.
And that's a big finish from Yimga Makori, floating and throwing it down.
Lack of concentration on the defensive side by Madrid. They're having a miscommunication, not picking up their guys. But here's the guy, Goy.
He's been impeccable, forces it in. 7 of 12 from the field in the first game, 5 of 6 from the field in the other game. Madrid's first score takes a minute and a half. Solimon, it's recovered by Yimga Makori. Up fake, footwork, fade and finish from him. Yimga Makori right at it, has 4 points already.
He's going to be aggressive. He's one of the key guy for Insep offense, and he'll keep putting pressure on the Madrid defense.
Still only 16 years of age, as is Nathan Solimon. Young players, young stars for Insep, but experienced stars, having also been key at the ages of 15 last year. And there's that free route to the rim for Yimga Makori. Certainly made it count. Now the shot clock's down to the final second here. And it's a turnover with the player picking up the ball in the backcourt.
They were not aware of it. I think Jimenez should have shot the ball, but he decided to pass back to his teammate. I guess he was not aware of the shot clock.
Good start for Javier Juarez's Madrid. Duru, disruptive, looking to lead the break as well. Duru just plowed through Yannis Allet, who's called for the contact.
Did you give a yellow card on that?
Ooh, wow. Duru, one of the older players for Madrid and one of the stronger players as well. One of 3 18-year-olds on the Madrid team. This will be his last game on the ANGE stage. And such an important part of the championship win last year. He's not one for big numbers, but he plays important stretches great energy and defense. We've seen that already here. Played 25 minutes against Žalgiris yesterday, and Madrid were +3 in his time on court in that defeat. Makori to Nathan Solimon. Alar, three-point shot for him. He's already got a 2. Wrong side of the rim this time on the outside, but offensive rebounds part of Insep's game. They grabbed one with Kwaku Ergu. Makori, who has shown his outside shot over the last couple of days, and that time gets onto the interior again. That's 6 points for him on perfect 2-point shooting. He's averaging 15.5 a game, as well as 12.5 rebounds. A huge double-double of 16 points, 16 boards yesterday against OTE. Those two players, Makori and Nathan Solimon, are the two crown jewels of this Insep team. An academy now, and still have plenty of room to develop. It's an academy that's produced so many incredible superstars, and they're looking to add their names to that list. Tony Parker, Boris Diaw, Evan Fournier. What a game he had yesterday, all coming through the Insep Academy.
So many good names, legends, and hoping that, these young guys in the future, they can be like their big brothers and their role models. This is their only goal, and this is a, step forward, achieving their dreams.
It has been for so many already. And Jeffs inside to Goy, grabbed it underneath and called for a travel, as Insep got 3 players around here.
We always say for the big guys, you catch the ball high, try not to bring it down, because there's going to be 6-8 hands around you, so you can't bring the ball down as a big guy.
Here's Goy again, putting it on the floor. These are being pushed past towards the baseline, but they're forced back out high to Goy. Certainly caught that one high. Did CD Gord. Elevating and levitating on the ANGE stage.
Very nice move. Good execution here. Incredible.
Superb athleticism from the 2'7" Senegalese center.
This is for sure something that they talked in practice or before the game. This is a great execution by Goy.
We've talked about him improving his free throw shooting at this tournament as well. Only 50% before these finals. Now 13 of 18 over these 3 days. He's swinging around the perimeter into the baseline Insep. Flash towards the basket and the finish, but the whistle and the turnover first. Goy, the focal point for Madrid. Anget's the main creator, gets into the lane. A little short on the shot. Solimon, Insep love to run whenever they can. Madrid have to run to get back behind the ball and do so admirably.
It's a good foul. This is the first foul they commit, but it's not a shooting foul.
It's the 16-year-old Fabian Kaiser, who started all 3 games, but he's not played long minutes. Only 4 minutes the first game, 12 minutes yesterday. He was their leading scorer in qualifying. Makori checks out on a game-high 6 points. Maisa Fai, who was excellent yesterday, he comes in for the first time. Alar is taking plenty of shots. This is his second on the outside. Offensive rebound again. That's their 3rd already. From the elbow, it's Boulefard, whose shot's been off. He's their best shooter. The man who had 23 points in last year's championship game against Real Madrid. And Goy! It's Declan Duru. The flying freight train down the ANG track and to the rack. Well, he said he doesn't get many big stat lines. He gets his big play with the lane open. Declan Duru right to the goal.
Strong finish by Drew. You know, he's got to keep doing this more. He's got to get into the paint and try to finish it with the dunk every time. He's capable of doing it. I know the lane was open this time, but he's got to do this more often each
Je
game.
répète, hein, vous n'allez pas vous rassurer avec le jeu offensif avec ce que vous faites. Il faut réagir. Hein. Allez, faut le prendre, ensemble.
We've seen two huge highlight reel dunks now for Madrid to take the lead after their slow start, 9-8. At the midway point of the period, Sergio Scariolo, one of a number of VIPs in the house here. Imagine there'll be many watching the championship game tomorrow. Alar glances off the glass. Yanis Alar taken 4 shots now. Hasn't been a key scorer for Insep through the course of this tournament.
He's taking more responsibility right now, beginning of the game. I think they really need his scoring ability as well. He creates for his teammates, but he can be a little more unselfish sometimes to look for his own shot.
Goy's up to 7 points, now the top scorer in the game. 3 of 3 on the inside, with an and 1 as well. Two teams trading blows and trading leads. Alar, it's another shot, the 3 for him this time, so he's 2 of 2 on the inside, 0 of 3 on the outside. Madrid looking to push the pace. Angt waiting for the cavalry to arrive. Campoy back to Duru, and slow it down and play in the half court. 2 assists already for Angt off the back of his career high 9 without a turnover yesterday. Spins into the lane. Patience and composure in the paint. Goy couldn't grab the rebound, but if he's not going to get it, Campoy will. The master of the rebound at this tournament, Campoy. He turns it over, though, to Solimon. Alar again. This time passes on. 5. And banked in. Moving away from the basket by Windu. First score for Cameron Windu. It's a tough shot.
It's a great awareness, you know. As soon as he feel the contact, he went for a shot and got the N1. It's just being aware of the situation he was in.
These two teams so far both doing well on the interior and both failing to hit a 3 so far. They have struggled on the outside through the course of the season, both Madrid and Insep. Insep 6 of 9 from 2. Madrid 4 of 7 from 2 so far. Angt going right the way through again, and we're neck and neck at 13. He's growing in confidence.
Yeah, he's not afraid of getting block shots by Insep big guys. He's just going to go in there, mix things up. If he can't finish it, he'll probably find his teammates with open guys. He's a smart point guard.
Goy, the center who's not afraid to put the ball on the floor, and his opponent in the spin cycle as he scores against Kwaku Ergu for another and 1 opportunity, and an opportunity to hit double figures in the first period. What a move.
This is one of his best strengths, I think. When he catches the ball in the nail, he goes for one-on-one. You know, he's a great ball handler as well. Great footwork in the paint, and soft touch with the finish. He's been doing it last couple of games. Just get the ball in the nail and finish it.
first miss of any type in the game. He's on 9 points and 2 rebounds in the first 7 minutes. Boulifard, quick bounce pass. Turned over though to Duru, who is well stationed on defense. Number 11 is Bjelic for Madrid, recently in. Had a big first game and then was not too involved yesterday. Angt going to work again with the ball in his hands, looking for the wraparound pass. 4 turnovers apiece now. 5-3 for the 3. That was off. He had an excellent shooting performance yesterday, much improved. But he had struggled on the outside through qualifying, and until that overtime forcing 3 at the end of game day 1, here's Goy again looking to put it on the floor and puts a foul on his opponent this time.
It gets to the line. He was aware of that they were in bonus. So again, he's trying to create off the dribble. He's capable of doing it.
17 years of age, Goy made 3 senior EuroLeague appearances this season. Got his first EuroLeague points from the foul line. And that part of his game continues to improve. He's now the main man at centre for Madrid, having been a backup last year at this level. And this is certainly a player that's going to continue to graduate towards that senior stage next season.
Definitely, it's a huge experience for him, you know, competing in these tournaments for a long time. And each game, each minute he plays here is an experience for him. So it's a learning point.
Amadou Traoré in for Goy at centre. Goy goes to the bench on 11 points. Insep commit their 5th turnover. Francois Perronet taking over from Lamine Kebe this year after Lamine Kebe had been in charge of the academy for the previous 8 years. Insep winning their 2nd ANGE championship in 2017 and then going back to the championship game last year under the previous coach. Bjelic, Campoy in the corner. Duru, 3-point shot. Picked up by Kwaku. Insep now 0 of 4 on the outside, and Madrid 0 of 2. That's Gerenard, the 17-year-old guard. 5. It's going to be another 3. If anybody can do it, it's Boulifard, but it's off. So both teams still 0 for on the outside. Bjelic. Duru. Guarded by Kwaku Urga. Duru determined to attack in isolation, showing that incredible hustle and energy and power, but not converting after he got to the goal.
Look, there was 3 guys on the Real Madrid offensive guys trying to get the offensive rebounds. 3 guys going it.
Look at that. That's the shot, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a white wall mid-air. 3 jerseys side by side. Insep scored 110 points yesterday. Held to only 13 in the first 9 minutes here by Madrid. Boulifard to 5. It's another 3 for him, and that one perfect from Maïssa Faye. There's only 2 of 13 in qualifying, and then hit that game-tying shot on game day 1 here for his first 3 of this tournament. Then yesterday hit 3 of them. So Faye improving, starting to feel it more.
Again, his first miss was a bad miss, but he's not shy of taking the second shot and making it.
Tough shot for Traoré, who has to retreat quickly, doesn't get back quick enough, but he does in the end trap Kwaku Ugu on the baseline and commit a foul. Madrid had that and 1 more foul to give. It's going to be the last ANGE game for Amadou Traoré, who's playing remarkably at his 7th event in this tournament. He's a 3-time champion. That's Gerenard Fouled by Frolov.
And that's a smart foul. They're in bonus now. They got to be aware of that situation. And 3 seconds left to the first quarter. Let's see if Insep can come up with something in 3 seconds.
Looking for the lead for a tough period here in the first. Long range 2. Rims out of Madrid by 1 at the end of 1. 17-16 over Insep, with Sidi Goy dominating 11 of Madrid's 17 points on perfect field goal shooting for Goy. But this one remains close. We've seen a number of lead changes already. They went down to the wire in the championship game last season. Overtime with Madrid winning by 1. It's a 1-point margin in Los Blancos' favour again. Yinga Makori, the early leader in scoring, 6 points on perfect 3 of 3 shooting on the interior, including that big throwdown. It was a decent start on the offensive end for Insep, but then Madrid found their feet, came back, and were able to open up their own 4-point lead, having trailed by 4. A low-scoring first period, though.
Well, yeah, I expect, this defense from both sides. They come out and play tough on both ends. But again, this is going to be a close game. Both teams are really balanced. We see on the stats as well, rebounding-wise, assist and turnover ratios, they're really similar in the first quarter. And I expect this to continue in the following quarters as well.
Both teams have knocked down 6 twos so far, but we've only seen 1 converted 3 in the game. Insep 1 of 6. Madrid only taking a couple of outside shots, going 0 of 2, but they've got to the line more regularly, largely down to Sidi Goy's ability to attract fouls. 2 of 2 at the line, Goy 3 of 4. Whereas Insep have only taken the 1 free throw attempt so far. Safai, the man with the only 3 in the game thus far. Boulefard will inbound. A player who shot 53% from 3 at the finals in Berlin last year. Was drafted back in by Insep for these finals after not playing in qualifying. They made a move to try to go all the way, a step further than last year, and lift that 3rd ANGE trophy, but it wasn't the case. And how about not the case either on that reverse dunk attempt as Amadou Traore gets in the way. Angt leaping into the passing lane, Masgerenat. But look at this, it's Kwaku Ergu going down the baseline, trying to finish on the reverse, and Traore slamming the defensive door in his face.
Great help by Traore.
Angev's guarded by the lengthy Kwaku Ergu. Putting the head fakes and the step through move and the footwork on him and drawing contact again, showing that confidence. Adrian Angev's against a very good defender.
A great defender. He did a good job seeing it from off guard, but just last second, stay down. Don't jump. You don't need to jump. You already have the advantage of the height and everything, size, length. Stay down. You don't have to jump.
Now Kwaku Ergu, who says he really enjoys playing defense. For him, it's all about defense being a mentality to go with his quality, but he picks up his 3rd foul already in this game. So Kwaku Ergu goes to the bench. Madrid by 3. Boulefard will take a 3. And that one's off as well for him.
He's also trying to find his rhythm. Or a couple threes.
Frolov, one of 2 16-year-olds for Madrid, but will turn it over. He's only got 6 minutes a game here in Abu Dhabi. Sixth turnover for Madrid. That's an issue they'll want to sort out. Had 22 of them in the first game. It's a 3 for Yinga Makori, who's got 9 points in as many minutes on court. He started to find his outside shot. With a couple of threes yesterday. Bjelic, shot clock winding down, final 4 seconds. Tough shot from Bjelic with a hand in his face. And we saw on Thursday against OTE, he had 15 points, Bjelic. And then yesterday only played 13 minutes, but he's certainly got the talent.
Definitely, he's one of those shooters that Madrid has, and they need him on the court if they want to find some score behind the arc. He's doing a great job following through and getting his footwork right before the shot. He's a great shooter. He can create his own shot as well.
Bjelic, a Serbian talent for Madrid. Different philosophies in terms of Insep being a French academy. Of course, all French players on the Insep team. For Madrid, you've got Spaniard, Latvian, French, German, Serbian, Russian, Senegalese and Malis amongst the 12 players.
Yeah, that's one thing we see also with Barcelona and other Spanish teams having multiple foreigners. I mean, it's just, it's a global game. Passports really doesn't play on the court. Whoever deserves it, they be on the roster and get minutes for these big teams.
Baseline inbound still with 10 seconds on the shot clock. It's Bjelic again, sidestep three-point shot this time over everything. Still Madrid ball, only 6 to shoot now.
It was a good look, but he just rushed a little bit.
Bjelic, a bronze medalist with Serbia. And last year's under-16 Euros. Oh, tough finish on the turn. Amadou Traore getting the finger roll to fall after he was trapped towards the baseline. Madrid by 4, which in the scope of this game is a large lead. It's been the largest lead for either team. Boulefard moves it on. Masgerenart right on the mark on the outside. One of Insep's younger players.
Great job moving the ball by Insep. They really share the ball, take their time and find the right shot.
Both teams improving on the perimeter. 1 of 3. Madrid getting their first not too long ago with Bjelic. Now 3 of 9 for Insep. We've had a couple in quick succession. Bjelic again with the shot clock winding down. Takes it onto the interior. Boulefard. The rebound. Insep with an opportunity to take the lead from that 4-point deficit. Only the first foul on Madrid in this period. Drawn by Yinga Makori, who's been their key player so far. Haven't seen too much of Nathan Solimon yet. He's had 17 points in both games so far. Solimon scoreless and shotless so far here. Yinga Makori's got 9 points, 2 assists. 5, 1 of 3 on the outside now. Masgerenart was part of the French team to win gold at that under-16 Euros last year. Yinga Makori short on that 3. And they're taking plenty of them in set. That's 11 3-point attempts, 13 2-point attempts.
Yes, I think that's the game plan for Madrid right now. Just play zone defense, pack back in there and shoot contested threes. And obviously Madrid knows that Insep has the length and strength in the paint, so they try not to let him get the ball inside and make him shoot threes.
Insep 1 foul to give in this second quarter. High towards Duru, too high. And a turnover. It's the 7th for Madrid. 7 in 14 minutes, too many. Something that Javier Juarez will want to see them improve.
Definitely, you got to take care of the ball. These kind of games, especially when it's super close, you got to take care of the ball. You can't throw lazy passes.
Solimon misses his first shot. Anget's 5 points, 3 assists so far, but also a couple of those turnovers. Swivel towards the foul line, way off right. Amadou Traore telegraphed it superbly and put it back in.
Yep. He's doing the dirty work. He's still under the basket, just grabbing the rebound and finishing it up. Great job following it.
With a big block shot already, Amadou Traore, and 3 rebounds. All of them have been on Insep's backboard. See Yimga Makori leaping up towards that one. Determined, despite the fact they can't win the championship now, to get some payback on Real Madrid for the heartbreak they suffered against Los Blancos last year. Traore, guarded by Solimon. Going baseline but travelling. It's turnover number 8. We don't see too many big centres putting the ball on the floor. We saw Goy able to do it, Traore turning it over that time.
Yes, both big guys though. Traore he can really improve himself as well, getting the ball, putting the ball down. But still, they're super young and they're still improving. That's one thing that maybe he can put in is to get his game and improve.
Well, Jimenez is only Madrid's second of the second period. Yimga Makori not shy to shoot, and he knocks it down on the quick release that time. 11 points. He is 5 of 6 from the field, including a 3.
He came out really determined, you know. In the last shot he took, he knew that he was going to take that shot, even if it was a contested shot. It was a tough shot, but he managed to make it.
Bjelic has missed his last couple of threes, and there's a foul as Amadou Traore battles away on the boards again. No personal foul trouble for Madrid at all. Insep do have a bit. They've got Ogu on 3 fouls already. Cameron Windu and indeed Masgeronot both on 2. Solimon to Yimga Makori. Fai going in isolation into the lane, spinning in a pack, floater, and a turnover.
One extra step there. It was a good move, but he wasn't able to hit it. I think he took one extra step in the reverse. Oh yeah, he held the ball early.
We expected this to be a high-pressured matchup between these two, perhaps even the group decider, to see who would go to tomorrow's championship game. Instead, the players able to try things without pressure. And whoever wins here,
great job by Traore. Just clean up the glass, doing all the dirty work, get his 4th offensive rebound, if I'm not wrong.
In 8 minutes.
Yes. It's a skill. It's a skill.
He's only played 15.5 minutes a game, Traore, as the backup to Goy, having previously been backup to Diane, who's now moved to the seniors, but he makes the most of his minutes on court.
Again, Insep is showing some zone defense here just to start with in the baselines, but I think after the first pass, they just go into man-to-man. This is one thing that I think they've been working on it. They show zone here. And after the first pass, they just go back to man-to-man.
And just inbounding to Garcia Plata, who's come in for the first time. And straight away takes and makes a shot, Garcia Plata.
Tough finish.
Averaged 11 points in qualifying in just 18 minutes. Played a smaller role here at the finals. Alar. Madrid by 3, 3.5 to play in the first half. Yinga Makori, their leader with 11. Anjev's all over him. Briefly drew the double from Duru. And they heave and hope. That's off Duru, the rebound. Good defense from Madrid that time. Duru down, having taken a whack to the jaw.
Oh, that's the foul you don't want to give, you know. It's going to be 2 shots, I think. It's just unnecessary reach.
He's feeling it. Duru, a young man, not easy to knock down. One of the toughest players on this Madrid team. A real fighter. He's got 2 steals and a block already in this game. A huge runway dunk as well. Wants to pick himself back up. Trying to shake off the cobwebs and go to the line for a pair. Madrid have taken 11 free throw attempts now, with 1 more to come. They've hit 8 of them. Insep still with only 1 free throw in the game. First miss for Duru, who hit his previous 2. And the tip for Traore, so that'll be a 2.
It's amazing hustle. This is his 5th offensive rebound, 6 points in almost 9 minutes.
And a block as well.
Incredible job by Traore as soon as he got subbed in instead of Goye.
Madrid really stiffening their defense, but that time don't get any points off the back of it, with Garcia Plata attacking, having the ball knocked away, and he got the final touch. Great quick hands on defense from 5.
Good hands, really.
Five for Madrid here is the largest lead for either team in the game. We've had 6 lead changes already. Alar tight in the corner, but hitting the target. His first 3 after he'd missed 3 in a row to start, but he's got 7 points now. Adding a 3 to a couple of 2s. These 2 teams are capable of being high-scoring teams. We saw that with Insep yesterday, 110 points. Love to get up and down at a high pace. Real Madrid always capable of putting points on the board. And you said yesterday, Doris, that the key to beating Madrid was holding their offensive output down, as your select team did in qualifying, and then as Žalgiris did yesterday. This is low scoring for 17.5 minutes in.
Yes, so far I think Insep is doing a great job playing defense. They just got to do a little better job on the rebounds, because they're out-rebounded by 6 rebounds. Again, this Madrid team has so many weapons on the offensive side, so you got to keep him, you know. Yesterday they keep him under 70 points. When we played against Madrid, we keep him under 60 points, so that's the only key. Just keep playing defense on him, being tough, and don't let him get easy baskets or open shots, which Insep is so far doing a great job on switching on the. It's a bad foul.
And that was a great illustration of it. That half-court offense from Madrid. No room to breathe. In the end, a little bit too much defensive pressure, the foul. But you can see Insep all over Madrid. Madrid leading by just 2, 31-29, as they go to the benches with 2 minutes of the first half to play. Windu a bit banged up here. 3 early fouls, so his role has been limited. Now an injury concern for him. course, the byproduct of that defensive intensity and pressure that we've talked about from Insep is the foul count. 12 fouls for them. Madrid taking 14 free throw attempts so far. And as we've seen with the overtime elite here, you have to find the right balance. That's difficult to do.
It is, really. I mean, you got to foul until you get the bonus, but after you get the bonus, you got to be a little more careful with the decisions to make a foul, because some of these fouls that we just see from Hindu, like, it's just unnecessary foul, diving for the ball. Of course, you want to steal the ball, but you're in bonus, so you don't want to risk it so much. That's why you just send him to the free throw line and get easy free throws for Madrid. But it's a learning point for the kids as well. That's one thing that maybe their coaches can help them in the long run.
Garcia Plata splitting the pair, so Madrid have taken 16 free throws and only 1 for Insep so far. 3 fouls for 2 of the key Insep players, Windu and Kwaku Ugu. A couple more on 2 fouls. But they're holding Madrid down, just 32 points. Solimon's yet to get going. Yimga Makori certainly has. He'll take it at Traore, showing no fear against the strong centre, but missing a shot. His first miss on the interior in the game.
See, I'm talking about this. They didn't call foul, but you got to be more careful. You're in bonus. Don't reach for the ball. Just stay in front of the ball. Be solid. There's a minute and a half left. You don't want to foul in the half court. Good defense. Good defense. Hands back. That's it.
Yeah, great defense from Yimga Makori, using his length and then doing so down the floor as well with his stride and his lead. And Duru got him from behind.
Great job by Yimga Makori. It's incredible. I mean, you can't do better than that. You just stay in front of the ball, contest the shot, and look, he's just running. Fill the lane, go for dunk. It's great. Because he knows that if he goes for a layup, it's going to be swatted by Duru. Duru is behind him. He knows it.
Yeah, Duru, a defensive ace with a couple of steals and a block already. That time the foul. Yimga Makori at the line for the first time. He's now the game's top scorer with 12 points, 3 assists as well. Just 1 turnover and 5 of 7 shooting from the field.
Yeah, from the get-go, I mean, from the jump ball, you could see how much he wants this game. You know, as soon as he gets the ball, he has something in his mind that he's going to do. He showed his shooting ability from outside of the arc. You know, a couple dunks. So far, he's been great.
One of the players who that championship game defeat would have hurt the most last year. Oh, the composure after the quick jump of the passing lane from Solimon created his own space for the simple finish. Solimon's first score. 10th turnover for Madrid, and Insep a level. Jimenez. Trapped, trying to find a way out, just about did. Right through the middle again, but with a travel Duru to make it 11 turnovers.
Yeah, that's one thing we talk about it before the game. Taking care of how important taking care of the ball. And Madrid, I think, struggling to take care of the ball so far. With 11 turnovers already before the first half.
And that, in large part, is down to that defensive pressure of Insep. Their length and athleticism forcing Madrid errors. There's a turnover of their own. That's their 8th. Transition offense. Duru switching the shot and hitting every inch of the iron before getting it to drop. And just in the nick of time as well to give Madrid a slender lead at the main break. Declan Duru up to 6 points. Off the feed from Garcia Plata.
Good pass by Garcia.
Composure at a fast pace for Madrid. And they take the lead into the halftime locker room, 34-32 over Insep Paris. It is pretty much as tight as it was in the championship game last year. first half in which both periods have been edged by Madrid by 1 point. 17-16 in the first, 17-16 in the second, to equate to that 2-point lead at half-time. Yinka Makori, the top scorer with 12 points, 3 assists for Insep. We saw that big shot from Bialic. The big stat line for them has come from Sidi Goy with his 11 points coming just 8 minutes on court. But it's been, for two teams who can't make the championship game this year, an entertaining watch and a well-contested game so far.
Well, definitely, I think both teams, they're doing a great job playing defense with active hands, helping each other, you know. Again, rebounds, though, Madrid is doing a much better job rebounding the ball, which I expect Insep doing a better job on the rebounds because they have the length and athleticism, so they got to do a better job on that. But other than that, I think it's a very balanced game for both teams. It's just going to come down to, you know, taking care of the ball and playing defense throughout the game.
Yeah, the +3 in offensive rebounds for Madrid, making amends to having 3 extra turnovers through the course of the 20 minutes. So the possession count categories evened up in that regard. Both shooting it well on the interior. The big weapon for Insep has been an improvement in their outside shooting with 4 threes, as well as the platform from which they've launched their offense off the back of that defense and those Madrid turnovers. But the big weapon for Madrid has been getting to the foul line, where they've only made 9 of 16, but got there for 13 more attempts than Insep so far, with Insep committing 12 fouls over the first 2 periods of play. This one touch tight. Largest lead has been 5. At the break, it's Real Madrid 34, Insep Paris 32, here at the ANGE Finals in Abu Dhabi. Welcome back to the Mubadala Arena in Abu Dhabi. Players emerging from the locker rooms, ready for the start of the second half. Insep down 2. Their largest lead has been 4. Madrid's largest lead has been 5. It is as tight and as intense, but not as high stakes as the last time they met on this stage. The two teams that went to the championship game last year in Berlin, edged by a point in overtime by Madrid. They were both hoping to go back there this year, but neither can. So they're playing for pride at the finish of Group B here, with Žalgiris having already won this group. Will face Milan in the championship game here tomorrow. In this one, Madrid 34, Insep 32. Both teams doing okay on the interior. Better three-point shooting for Insep. More trips to the foul line, though, for Real Madrid, which sees them ahead with 7 extra points coming from the stripe. They'll want to limit those 11 turnovers in the second half, but they're making up for that by grabbing 3 extra offensive rebounds through the course of the game. We'll have a look at some key players for either team. Yimga Makori, right at it from the start, has played 18 minutes, got 12 points, 3 assists, just 1 turnover in that time. 5 of 7 shooting for him, and he set the tone early on, Doash Balbai.
Definitely, it's a great contribution by Imge, and he's, inside and out. He's doing both. Whatever his team needs, he shows some great ability to shoot the ball and also get into the lane and finish it with the dunk. So doing a great job so far for Insep and keeping them in the game.
Players on this Insep team have suffered lots of heartbreak, which will toughen them going forward into their senior careers. Not just the championship game defeat for the likes of Yimga Makori and 7 of his teammates here in this competition last year, but lots of them played and struggled at last year's Under-17 World Cup as well, when they were expected to be a contender with France, but they went out at the quarter-final stage. And Yimga Makori averaged 15.5 points, 6.5 rebounds in that tournament, but didn't go as far as he wanted to. So he's playing with a real fire in his belly here. The 16-year-old, 12 points, 3 assists so far. And on the other side of the floor, Sidi Goy continues to bring his very best, albeit in only 8 dominant minutes so far for Madrid in this game.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite players. The way he plays, high energy guy with great motor, good finish around the rim. He can put the ball on the floor and create his own shot. Just an incredible athlete here, as you see.
And this is a fantastic highlight reel package for just 8 minutes of action. 4 of 4 from the field, 3 of 4 at the line. And seeing how he can do it right up around the rim, but also right down on the deck. Maybe aside from the 3-point shot, he's got everything else.
Well, I'm sure he's super young. At the age of 17, he's got a lot of room to improve. So that's one thing maybe he can improve. Maybe if he can improve his shot, he can get to the next level much easier.
Talked about how he's improved his free throw shooting. That continues to be the case. 3 of 4 here, having gone 12 of 17 the previous 2 days, and only 50% before that in his ANGE career. Sidi Goy determined to take his game to the next level, continues to do so. A career-high 18 points the first game here, and then he beat that yesterday with a new high of 19 points. A double-double in which he grabbed 13 rebounds and 5 offensive rebounds, doing his damage in limited time here. In contrast, Yimga Makori playing more than anybody else for Insep, showing his incredible engine, having averaged long minutes through the course of the tournament, then playing 18 of the first 20 minutes here. Nathan Solimon, a quiet 13 minutes for him, only 2 shots and 1 score, having scored 17 points in both of the previous games. He will hope to erupt in the second half. This is the final group day on the 3rd straight day of action here at the Adidas Next Generation EuroLeague Finals in Abu Dhabi. Earlier on, that was the key result to start. Dubai 84, Milan 86. It secured Milan's top spot in Group A. They'd have lost that game. Barcelona could have finished top with a win over Mega, but Milan got it done early. Barca's win only counting for them finishing second in that group with a 2-1 record. Milan perfect as they go to the championship game tomorrow against Žalgiris, who are guaranteed that spot after beating both of last year's finalists Madrid and Insep over the first 2 days. So Žalgiris, we expect, might take it a little bit easier against Overtime Elite in the final group game, which is still to come after the second half of this one. Very difficult, I'm sure, as you know, Doish, as a coach, to get your players playing 4 straight days, and for the players as well to manage their energy. So for Žalgiris, that's an advantage perhaps to rotate a bit today.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Going into the final game especially, this game will be a great opportunity for them to see the whole roster. Maybe they can play, give fair minutes to 12 guys and see how they handle it and be ready for the final, hopefully without no injuries.
On met la balle en bas ici, ouais, le big man en haut descend, et le mec de l'opposé, il va ouvrir l'angle de passe. Ouais, on en a trouvé une très bonne là. Et toi, il y en a une qui est restée en bas, ouais, vous avez ça. L'autre chose, s'ils sont sur le Mahom et que drive, parce qu'ils ont l'envergure et tout ça, pensez à faire un roll kick out s'il n'y a pas l'espace. Ouais, les 5 du départ, on y va les gars. On switch.
Francois Perronet will be delighted with the mentality shown by his Insep team, shaking off that disappointment and not being able to make the championship game. They've been right at it physically in this one, determined to get some payback on Madrid, who wrecked their dreams of a first championship in 7 years at this event last year. Madrid having to shake off their own disappointments of missing out on the opportunity to secure the first three-peat in this competition in nearly 2 decades, after Cesca did it previously in 2006. That was the aim for Los Blancos here. Instead, it's the underdog Žalgiris who go to the championship game tomorrow from a group we expected perhaps they would only be the 3rd or 4th place team in. What an excellent Group B it has been, with 3 of the 6 teams to ever have won multiple championships in this competition in the same group. Žalgiris have just been a great team to watch, built in the same kind of way the Žalgiris senior teams in seasons gone by. Almost more than a sum of their parts, a true team.
So going into the second, when I look at the assist and turnover ratios of Madrid, they got to do a better job sharing the ball on the offensive side. They only have 5 assists and 11 turnovers. They got to do a better job sharing the ball and find the open shots on the offensive end.
Here's Campoy, we're not seeing as much of him. And inside, right back at it, CD Goy, 5 of 5, has 13 points in around 8 minutes. Oh, trying to put Goy on a poster was Windu. And a 10-foot tall foul.
It's a good contest. I mean, I don't know if it's foul, but again, Goy is not scared of jumping for that. It's a great defensive effort.
Met at the rim was Windu by Goy, who wasn't happy with the call. Windu had 3 fouls in the first half, so his impact limited, as did Kwaku Ergu, who's back in for Insep. Kwaku Ergu, a key player for them, only played 9 minutes of the first half. He was the MVP of the Belgrade qualifying tournament. Angt back out. Goy wasn't going to take the 3. Duran will burst baseline, able to balance it as well. Nice pass. They find the open shooter on the trail off left though.
We keep seeing the zone defense by Madrid. The most important thing here is just the communication and pointing at each other. Who picks who?
Solimon, with the hesitation, draws the contact. Second foul on Duru. First Madrid player to pick up a second. But their second team foul in just over a minute of the second half. McCoy grabbing the loose ball off the miss from Solimon. So 3 fouls on Javier Juarez's Madrid early on in the third quarter. Allah, plenty of shots from him today, and they are dropping. 10 points for Yanis Allah.
What a performance by him so far. I mean, we haven't seen it much this tournament, but he's doing a great job looking for his own shot today, as well as creating for his teammates, but he was able to knock down two threes already.
Insep having taken the lead from 5 down, but Madrid back ahead in the blink of an eye. Lots of lead changes here. 8 lead changes already in the game.
Again, Madrid is trying to be aggressive, but they already have 4 fouls in less than 2 minutes going into the third quarter. Despite of playing zone, they managed to do 4 fouls.
Puts them in a really difficult spot the rest of this period. Any further defensive fouls sending Insep to the line. 5 fouls the limit here in European basketball. Shot off the mark for Kwaku Ergu. And back up, hitting every inch of the iron as he ends up on his backside beyond the baseline and converts again. Yanis Allah with 12 points. The Houdini finish. Too heavy on the and one. They'll get it back again. Madrid at the foul limit already. And Insep looking to pile on the pressure. Now evening up that offensive rebounding count that Madrid were dominating in the first half as well. In stark contrast, Insep with plenty of fouls to use. That was their first in the period.
Hoindup just picked up his 4th foul.
Yeah, however,
stay in the game.
Personal foul trouble for Cameron Windu. 4 fouls in just 16 minutes. The team plenty of leeway in that regard. He's in the passing lane. He checks the rear view mirror and he soars and scores. Napped on Solimon.
Yeah, we talk about the turnovers of Madrid again. One unforced turnover, just gifting it away. Again, second one was coming, but got gifted the foul. He got lucky. I see a lack of concentration by Jimenez a little bit.
Feels like the pendulum has swung Insep Harris's way over the first 2.5 minutes of the third quarter. It's only a 2-point lead, but they've almost evened up the offensive rebounding count that Javier Juarez's Madrid have the advantage in at half-time. And now Real have 5 more turnovers than Insep, and they're at the foul limit here. Goy. Did he turn it over? No. Final touch off Insep. Campoy, the number 12, who's been a star for Madrid the last 2 games. Here's the heave at the end of the shot clock. Doesn't go for Kaiser. We've not seen much of Campoy on game day 3. 15 minutes, but 0 points.
Yeah, he's been great rebounds. Last 2 games, especially helping on the rebounds as well. But today, he hasn't showed his skills yet.
First 2 games averaged 11.5 points, 14 rebounds, 4.5 offensive rebounds, 4.5 assists as well. Insep tie their largest lead at 4 points. Jimenez misses, and now a chance for the out-and-out largest lead in this game if they get a score here. It's an 11-5 third period already for Insep. Yinka Mokori off the mark for 3. Ignacio Campoy trying to squeeze through a gap that was barely there, and Insep commit their 3rd foul. Points for Yinka Mokori, 4 assists, which is the highest tally for either team in the game right now as well. Not usually a part of his game. Another chance for Insep to make it the out-and-out largest lead. Tough shot against Goy.
Oh, he got 5 fouls. If what's on, yeah. I felt like he wanted to just get out of there. I don't know why. Kundu just picked up his 5. I don't know if it was necessary move, but that's what it is.
5 fouls in 18 minutes. Cameron Windu only 1 of 3 from the field, 2 of 3 at the line. Fouls out on 4 points, 3 rebounds. A player we expected to be a key player for Insep. He fouled out yesterday as well in 15.5 minutes. We talked about that with a couple of the overtime elite players fouling out in back-to-back games.
Yeah, we mentioned this before. You know, you got to be aware of it. You can do it once, but again, with a short period of time, getting 5 fouls like that, it shouldn't be really acceptable. But that's one thing that young guys can improve and learn from their mistakes, but not a couple times in a row.
The logic in picking him as a key player today was because he might be fresh after only playing 15.5 minutes yesterday, but Windu's race is run at this tournament. It's a goaltend.
Great job again. Yinga just putting pressure on the defense and attacking strong to the basket and get the finish.
So a game high 14 points for Yinka Mokori now. 5 of 6 on the inside. And this the largest lead of the game. Insep up by 6 on Madrid. Around the midway point of the 3rd period. They've won this quarter 13-5 so far.
Normal. Venga, coño, venga, vamos. Mira, dejamos de cambiar tiros. Hemos tirado 4 tiros a tablero y todos cambiando, que me metan tapón. Un poquito más activos aquí, dejar puerta, más puerta atrás, venga. Vamos.
Madrid has to show some reaction right now coming out of a timeout, especially when Hindu got the foul trouble, and with 5 fouls he's sitting on the bench. They got to put more pressure on especially inside with Goy. Just put the ball inside and let him create from there.
We've not really seen that too much in the second half. After everything was going through Goy in the first. 1 basket early on, nothing since half-time. 8-0 run for Insep right now. Angt shot clock to 2. Little jab step defense not biting on the bait, forces the miss. Now a chance for Insep to pour forward. Yinka Mokori to add to his tally, 16 points, and gets his reward for running the floor fast.
What a run, yeah. Just fill up the lane, run and get easy basket. As soon as they cleared it out, you see 5 guys just running the lanes.
A 10-point unanswered run. Goy will try and end it. He misses. Well challenged by Solimon. And they have the bit between their teeth right now. Insep slow it down to play 5-on-5. Yinka Mokori couldn't see the rim, so they'll play till the final few seconds of the shot clock. Yinka Mokori did get a good look but missed the three.
He's feeling it right now. You know, he's going to take that shot. He's one guy that he's carrying this team, and one of the reasons they're up by 8 points right now is Yinga.
Tough shooting day so far for Angt. Again, 1 of 7 from the field. His 3 assists coming with 2 turnovers as well. Phi, bit of room to pull the trigger, missed the target. Into a packed paint, Traore trying to wrestle down the rebound, then show a bit of composure, but the defensive ceiling put up by Kwaku Urgu to stop Fabian Kaiser.
Great defense by Insep team. They just came down the paint and make everything harder for this Madrid team here. You see how they help each other. They really want this game.
The first block of the game, they've got 6 steals here, and they forced Madrid into 13 turnovers. Yinka McCory would have been a huge shot if it went. It didn't. The lead remains at single digits as it has been throughout. Kwaku Urgu has been a key player. He's only got 2 points, played 16 minutes, but back in having sat out for a while in the first half because he picked up 3 fouls. He's been the best plus-minus player in the game. Insep plus 11 with him on the court. Madrid needs something, they get nothing. Chance for a double-digit lead again, a free path towards the paint, and the finish from Masgerenart, and the first 10-point lead here for Insep.
He's been a great contributor in the third quarter. You know, being a great facilitator, creating for his teammates, looking for his own shot. He's been the difference maker so far.
5 points, 3 assists, 0 turnovers for Masgerenart, who's playing more and more on this Insep team now. Here he is again. Madrid can't buy a bucket here in the second half. A 12-0 Insep run, a 17-5 third period. And they're looking to add to those tallies. Corner 3 from the far side off. Boulifar trying to save it, came back to Angt. Quick release down the floor for him. Nice second pass, and Campoy wouldn't drop. He'll go to the line for 2 instead to try and stop the rock.
Yeah, they really sent in a message. There's no easy baskets here, and making hard fouls here. It's a good play by Insep.
You know, we talked in the first half about managing the balance between defensive pressure and foul count. Well, they've done that superbly here in the second half, haven't they? These are the first free throws of the quarter for Real Madrid.
Yeah, definitely they're doing a much better job using their fouls wisely and send them to the free throw line.
After Madrid took 16 free throws in the first half. Insep continue to force turnovers and challenge shots and do it without committing sloppy fouls this time.
Great pass.
First shot mid-range, Yinka McCory couldn't quite grab the rebound, but they do get possession with 14 on the shot clock still. And Insep now lead the offensive rebounding count as well. After Madrid were +3 the first half in that regard. Boulifar passed up the 3. Kwaku Urgu. The swivel, the tight defense. And the rebound for Traore. Angt through the defense like moths to a flame, stepping through Garcia Plata. And the tip for Traore. The hustle from him again. That's 6 offensive rebounds. Six is the gap, approaching the final minute of the third. Masgerenart, another shot for him. He's right at it, 7 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds now.
Amazing job. Really, I'm really impressed with the way he plays, young guy. He's doing everything right so far in the third quarter.
He played 10 minutes a game in qualifying, only 9 minutes in the first game here. free three knocked down by Garcia Plata. And Real are looking to roar back. They've halved that deficit down to 5 points inside the final minute of the third period. They're looking to put a silver lining on what has been a dark cloud of a quarter for Los Blancos. Seconds to play in the third. Madrid 46, Insep 51.
Sur les switches en défense. Quand ils vont aller devant, là, il faut que le mec sur la balle mette ses mains, pas sauver soit difficile, ils sont obligés de la faire lever. Ouais, c'est bon.
We said in the first half that Madrid's offensive rebounding was making up for their extra turnovers. But in this third quarter, Insep have grabbed 5 offensive rebounds, as well as stopping Madrid take all of those free throws that they were taking in the first half. Insep improving the longer this one's going on, but Madrid looking to rise to the challenge now, close a 10-point gap down to 5. Nice find from Yinga McCory, and on the turn, the foul, so a trip to the line for a player coming into the game for the very first time, Gabriel Debourne. Another player who won gold with France at the under-16 Euros last year, one of the younger players for Insep, looking to improve his role in the team. It's been a challenge of a period, Doish, for Real Madrid because they were at the foul limit so early as well. That's going to be a game changer when we start the fourth quarter, and they are there within striking distance again now, having trailed by 10.
I agree. Definitely using those fouls, and before 8-minute mark, you used 5 fouls already. That really made him kind of softer going into the rest of the quarter. So we see that difference right here with the 9 points.
It's a big shot for Boulefard, his first 3 of the game, only the third 3 for Madrid through 3 quarters. They're 3 of 13 now. Or rather, beg your pardon, the 6th 3 for Insep. Madrid 3 of 13, Insep 6 of 22. Boulefard, who's not been hitting the target at this tournament the way he was last year. That will do it for a third period in which Insep scored 23 points, by a distance their best offensive quarter of the game, and also their best defensive period, holding Madrid to just 12. So Insep with a 9-point lead ahead of the final 10 minutes off that big triple from Boulefard. Neither team shooting it particularly well from long range, but Insep now with double the threes of Madrid.
This is a great play. They just got away from this later on in the third quarter. This is what they need to do. Just give the ball to Goe and make him create it. But they just got away from it rest of the third quarter.
He had 13 points his first 8 minutes on court, nothing in 6 minutes since. He's still the leader in scoring for Madrid. 2 players in double figures now for Insep. 16 for Yinga McCory with 5 assists and 5 rebounds, and 12 points for Yanis Alar. They improved their offensive rebounding. They improved the way they use their defensive pressure. And they made the most of Madrid reaching the foul limit early in that third quarter. You see the poor shooting from Madrid, 46% from 2, 21% from 3, 61% at the line. That's going to have to improve if they're to come from 9 down to win this one.
Well, you see again, it's a when you look at the stats, it's balanced really, except the 3-point shots. But you know, Madrid has to stay in the game somehow, just play more aggressive on the defensive end. And you see Ibrahim Kutlay here, big brother for us, great legend for the Turkish Basketball Federation. I mean, for the basketball history. Happy to see him here, supporting the youth as well.
I think it's going to be a great crowd for the championship game here tomorrow. People able to get here ahead of the EuroLeague third place game, and of course the championship game tomorrow night. Lots of legends and VIPs here. We've seen Paulos Yankunas, the president of Žalgiris, all-time leading rebounder in the EuroLeague here. He'll surely be back watching them in their first championship game in 14 years tomorrow. Kyle Hines, former Milan player as well, maybe here to watch Milan. We've seen Sergio Rodriguez is here today, as to Sergio Scariolo. Interested to get your thoughts on how that championship game will go tomorrow. Two teams with very different styles.
Yes, I'm really curious to see how they go at each other, but I believe it's going to be really tough game for both sides. But again, Žalgiris being, you know, playing today, the last game, they might rest some of their guys and prepare for the final much better. We'll see though. It's going to be really tough for both sides.
It's a flat 3 offensive rebounds and a foul. It's Garcia, Plata, Angevs, Duru, Campoy and Traore on the court right now for Madrid. Yingamakori, Solimon, Boulefard, Deadboard and Masjeranat for Insep. Open 3 for Campoy. He's not been a scorer today, and he's still not. Madrid grabbing offensive rebounds again, though. They dried up for them in that third quarter after 7 in the first half. Tough attack high off the glass. Another foul on Insep. So a flip of the script here with regards Insep being the team picking up the early fouls in the fourth quarter. And that comes off that aggression and positivity of Madrid to attack the basket.
Yes, I mean, now Insep, they have the length and athleticism right now. You know, they got to use it in their advantage. They just got to stay in front of the ball, just be solid. They shouldn't jump for the pump fakes, stay down. No easy fouls.
Madrid grabbed 7 offensive rebounds in the first half, only 1 in the third quarter, but 2 already here in the first minute of the fourth period. Solimon off right on the long 2.
Wasn't a good shot. It wasn't a good shot. There was an open guy next to him. He took the contested shot instead.
Madrid right the way through. Angev 7 points, 4 assists now for him. And they're back within 5 points. Boulefard just beyond the foul line, rims out for him. He's not been able to build any momentum with his shot out these finals, having been excellent last year. Nice footwork into the lane. The finger roll falls for Garcia Plata, who has heated up with 12 points in just over 8 minutes of action. And just like that, a minute and a half into the fourth quarter, Insep's once 9-point lead has been cut to just 3 points.
Yeah, it's that quick. You play against Madrid, you got to be aware of that. You know, every mistake you do, they're going to punish you. This is a great job, just getting in the lane and finish it. As you said, making two fouls earlier, maybe it's going to affect them. But Insep on the offensive side, they're just taking early shots and contested shots. This is not, you're up by 9-10 points. You got to be patient. You got to move the ball from side to side and find the open guy. If you take early shots, Madrid is going to come and punish you easily.
Je vous répète, on attaque, il y a un Angt devant vous, on la passe. Ouais, c'est notre lucidité sur les 10 dernières minutes. Allez, on y va les gars.
Yeah, you talked previously, Doish, about how they had been moving the ball well. 17 assists for Insep. That's stopped happening here in the third, and off the back of those missed shots and those turnovers, Real have run, and they've started the fourth with a 6-0 surge.
You just can't get away with the game plan, man. Stick with the game plan. Just work the game for 40 minutes. They've been sharing the ball so far really good. Just last 2-3 position, taking early shots, not passing to his teammates where there's an open guy. And this is the result. Now Madrid is back in the game with 3 points.
Let's see if Insep can calm it down off the back of the timeout. Up by 3. The largest lead has been 10, but it was 9 at the start of this quarter. Solimon misses the 3. That was a good look, but he's 0 of 3 on the outside. Angt spinning, kicking out. Touched on by Duru. Tight defense here on top of Garcia Plata. 12 points for him. A couple of baskets already in this period. How about the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow 3 for Garcia Plata? 15 points now.
Garcia is determined to take this game over. He's been doing great lately. Great contribution on defensive end, and especially on the offensive finishes with the outside and inside.
Boulefard, another miss for him. Duru, Madrid level from 9 down, now looking for the lead. Garcia Plata with the hot hands, but an offensive foul.
So I don't know, last couple of offensive Insep, I don't know how many times Yimga McQuarrie just touched the ball. They cannot, I mean, he's been one of the best offensive players for this team right now. Last 5-6 offenses, I don't know how many times he touched the ball.
I don't think I've said his name.
Right, so I don't even know if he was in the game just till now. I mean, they gotta initiate the offense with him.
He's still their top scorer with 16 points and their best creator with 5 assists. Yimga McQuarrie, the number 2. Here's Ala.
You see the defense now with Madrid. I think they're playing similar to box and one, just guarding one-on-one Yimga and letting other 4 guys to play zone. And it's been working out. You see they're just hugging Yimga right now. Other 4 guys they just switch.
It's Garcia Plata, the guard on Yimga McQuarrie, who does have the height advantage, but he's still not getting the ball to try and make the most of it. Nor does he grab the rebound as Traore gets there first. Garcia Plata doing a job at both ends here. On offense and defense for Madrid, the key man. He's only played 9 minutes in this game, but he's got 15 points. 7 of those 15 have come here in the 4th quarter. 12 of the 15 have come since half time. Fourth foul on Yanis Alar. They've already had Cameron Windu fouled out in this game, Insep. There's a turnover on Madrid on the inbound.
I always mention about the screens in the out of bounds plays. It's crucial. Setting the good screens, waiting for the screens.
Alar still on the court on those 4 fouls. Solimon putting it on the floor down the right, running into the big frame of Traore. And the 3rd foul on Madrid to match the 3 on Insep here in the 4th quarter.
Exactly, you see Coach Juarez telling his players just to keep your hands up. You don't need to reach for it.
3rd foul on Traore. Goy and Duru each have 3 as well, but nobody on more than that for Madrid. Solimon only 2 of 7 from the field, now 2 of 3 at the line, 6 points, 6 rebounds, a couple of steals and 3 assists, so a little bit of everything, but not as dominant as a scorer as he's been the last couple of games. He gets the foul as well. Solimon, that's his 1st, but it's Insep's 4th with nearly 7 minutes still to play.
Now they're in bonus. I don't know if they're going to be more aggressive from now on. That happened to Madrid in the 3rd quarter. They got softer. Let's see how they're going to react now as a defense.
Garcia Plata. Is he still hot? Deep 3 this time. Back iron that time on the heat check shot. Offensive rebound. Solimon the block as Traore went up. Here is Yimga McQuarrie. Finally gets the ball. Alar moving on in a travel as Solimon looked to attack, and his tough evening continues.
Let's see when they're going to pass the ball to Yimga and initiate the offense from him.
Right the way through. In the land of the giants goes Adrian Angt, and he somehow gets it to 4. Insep at the foul limit already. Angt's out the line for the and 1. It's another foul on Solimon. And as Madrid guards have been in a determined mood here in the 4th quarter to put the ball on the floor and attack the basket.
Yeah, they're not shy of getting to the lane and not scared of any blocking shots from Insep. And it was a great finish by left hand with his left hand and get the and 1.
From 9 down at the start of this period, they're level on an 11-2 quarter so far.
Sorry, you got to say here. On peut faire du un flash, on fait du horn, et sur le horn, ou lui, il utilise le stagger, ou alors t'es meneur de jeu, c'est toi qui utilises le stagger, et après on a pick and roll, ils vont être emmerdés sur les choix qu'ils font dans le truc. Ouais. Allez, les gars.
Madrid playing a more efficient game on the offensive end here in the second half. After 11 first half turnovers, only 4 since half-time. They're not getting as many trips to the foul line, but they're getting to the basket. And Garcia Plata and Adrian Angt are showing plenty of bravery in that regard. Inga McCoy still on 16, 5 and 5. But hardly getting a look at the basket in the second half. They'll have 1 foul to give the rest of the way. Insep already at the foul limit. LR.
You got to give credit to Madrid though. They're playing a great defense on Imga as well, not letting him catch the ball.
Garcia Plata with the steal as well. And the number 4 has stepped in and stepped up to become the star. They only had 3 points against Žalgiris on 1 of 6 shooting. They only played 12 minutes against overtime elite, but had 11 points in those 12 minutes. Here, 15 points in 11 minutes. A steal and some tight defense. It's kept Yimba Makori quiet.
Madrid has already missed 9 free throws.
We talked about missed free throws as being why they're not in the championship game tomorrow. They missed 11 against Žalgiris and lost the game by 1.
Yes, it's been a problem for them in this tournament.
They lead by 1 here, but only 14 of 23 from the line. They shot 52% in that defeat to Žalgiris. But the bench up on their feet, appreciating the defensive determination of the Blancos players out on the court. Thirteen turnovers on Insep now. Only 2 fewer than Madrid, who've cut out the turnovers since halftime. Garcia Plata on the move is Angt. Now Campoy. He felt perhaps he stepped out of bounds. And on this side, Garcia Plata did. So a rare second half turnover for Javier Juarez's team. Inga McCoy gets his shot short. Goy the rebound. Midway point to the 4th period, just a 1-point game between these two who were separated by just 1 point after overtime in the championship game last year. Goy, high catch, puts it up, misses, grabs his own rebound, misses again, and then gets fouled on his way up a 3rd time.
Yeah, I mean, this is the way they've been playing all game. They went back to their roots, passed the ball to Goy, but he wasn't able to finish the last 2-3 positions, including these ones. Easy baskets. I mean, I don't know. we've been talking about his soft touch and great finishing ability. Last 3-4 shots, he kind of surprised me with his finishes.
5 of 8 from the field now, 3 of 4 at the line. Make it 3 of 5. And Madrid starting to grab offensive rebounds again in this fourth quarter. 5 in the period for Madrid, after only 1 in the third quarter. It's been a key component for them. And they lead by 2. There's Gerenat. Solimon. Kwaku Ergu. Off left with the floater and a whistle against Campoy, I think.
Garcia.
Garcia Plata with his third foul. Nobody on more for Madrid. That was the last to use as a team here in the fourth quarter. 4.5 minutes to play. Any further fouls might the defense send the opposition offense to the line. Kwaku Ergu. Yimga Makori wanted it. Instead, the shot from Solimon is off. Yimga Makori underneath couldn't grab it. Campoy instead gets his 10th rebound. Tough catch for Duru. Ran into Yimga Makori. Duru battling for it back though. And right the way through on that drive again from Angt. He swings it around. Kick ball from Kwaku Ergu. 9 points, 4 assists with 2 turnovers for Angt, playing 30 minutes here. Duru, 6.7 rebounds, 3 steals for him. Do it all. Glue guy roll for Duru again. It's going to be a fight to the finish between these two again.
Close game as expected.
Insep want payback for last year's championship game. Real Madrid do not want to lose 2 out of 3. It's an ANGE finals, having won 4 of the last 5 championships. Madrid upset by Žalgiris yesterday, 70-69. Their offense limited again here. Garcia Plata 15 points, but now 4 fouls. And the points have dried up for Yimga Makori. We've been talking about that. Hasn't scored in the fourth quarter until that free throw. 12 of his 17 points coming before half-time. Nobody else has really stepped up as a scorer for Insep.
Yeah, actually, that's why Madrid going back to box and 1 and just don't let him get the ball, because they know that the whole offense is initiating with Inda, and it worked for Madrid to come back.
Nice drop off from Duru, and Campoy fouled on his way to the basket. Only 3 points scored in the fourth quarter for Insep, nearly 7 minutes. Madrid have put up 13 in that time to take the lead from 9 down at the start of the period, and a chance to add a couple more to that with Campoy at the strike. And actually, all 3 of those Insep points come from the foul line in this fourth quarter. 2 from Solimon and that 1 from Yimga Makori, so they haven't got a field goal in the period.
Yes, they really couldn't find a solution for that box and 1 defense and switching defense. They're having a hard time putting the ball inside. This is what they needed.
Right on cue.
Yeah.
A big 3 for the tie. Their first field goal of the fourth coming from Boulevard after 7 minutes of the period. His second 3 of the game. Javier Fares contemplating perhaps a repeat of last year's meeting with Insep. It's going down to the wire between these two famed academies again. Salah has joined Cameron Window in fouling out for Insep, so they've lost a couple of players. It's only this man here, Garcia Plata, on 4 fouls for Madrid. Duru moves it on to Campoy. Back to Duru, he draws a crowd. He'll turn it over on a foul on Duru.
I mean, I don't know about this call. You know, you didn't even see him. He's got to be able to see him in order to swing his elbow, but again, it's the judgment of the referee.
It's a tough call for Duru as he picks up his 4th. Boulifard. Makori stuck to so tightly again by Garcia Plata, who forces the turnover, clenches his fist in celebration, not just about his 15 points and 12 second half points, but that kind of defensive pressure up against Yimga Makori, and doing it now on 4 fouls as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing a great job containing Yimga so far. Him and Comboy, they alternating and trying to contain him to stop Insep's offenses.
And Jeff's shot clock down to the final few. What a piece of footwork to get past his opponent and into the paint and finish again. 11 points for Angt. 4 of 9 on the interior. Madrid by 2. Final 2 minutes to come. Mascherano. Kwaku Ergu. Mascherano again in the 2-man game. Bounce past Solimon. That lit the fuse and he detonated the dunk. Finally, some high-flying joy for Naton Solimon. 63-63. Final 2 minutes. Here's Garcia Plata for the 3 off front iron. Offensive rebound. Goy trying to hurdle bodies and put it in. 2 Insep players down in Yimga Makori and Naton Solimon. There's a look at the flying finish for Solimon. That gets Insep level. Only their 2nd field goal, their 1st on the interior in the 4th quarter. After the 3 from Boulifard, only a minute and a half earlier, after they'd gone the first 7 minutes of the period without a field goal. Goy at the line for a pair to try and give Madrid the lead back here. I'll be with you all the way, but Doish Balbai has gone across to the other side of the court, ready for the post-game interviews. Still hard to know which team we need to grab here. It is touch tight between these 2 rivals again. Campoy and Goy, the front runners for player of the game. If it's Madrid, for Insep, Yimga Makori. And Naton Solimon now stepping up down the final stretch. Garcia Plata, perhaps the X factor, the key for Madrid if they get the win. Here he is again, 15 points. Looking for more. Taking it right at the defense, falling flat that time on the shot. But a whistle against Insep once more. Incredible aggression and positivity and determination from Maximo Garcia Plata. He's 3 of 4 at the line so far. Madrid getting there for now 31 free throw attempts. Insep have only taken 14. Kwaku Ergu picking up his 4th foul. Yimga Makori's on 4 as well, and Alar and Windu have already fouled out. The byproduct of sending to Madrid sending Madrid to the line so many times. And they get it back this time. Blocked off though. And it remains just a one-possession game as we approach the final minute. Soliman. Yimga Makori, so quiet all quarter, but stealing the spotlight perhaps at the finish as he gives Insep the lead entering the final minute and hits 20 points for the game. Another lead change. Is there to be one more? We've had 11 of them now. Goy on the high catch. And a foul against Insep. A frustrated Insep, and in particular Yimga Makori, who just hit the hero 3. But if that's on him, he's fouled out. Soliman was there as well. You can understand the frustration. And they've caught it on Soliman, so Yimga Makori's okay. He's still on the floor. That's the third on Soliman, who's now got 9 points, 5 assists, 7 rebounds, 2 steals and a block after a slow start today. I've said it right the way through this tournament. Goy improving his free throws, but he missed a huge one in the game against Žalgiris as they lost by 1 right towards the end, and he misses one again here. 66-66. He's 6 of 10 at the line today, 16 points, 6 rebounds. But missed foul shots at important points of the game that might haunt him. In particular, that one against Žalgiris. And that was a career performance for him. Mascherano forced into the tough shot. It's a tough fall for Angt, but he has been a battler. Adrian Angt, the guard who's grabbed 5 rebounds. Shot was really well challenged. Angev's taking a hit from behind. And with both teams at the limit, will walk up the other end of the floor and look to get Madrid ahead. $11 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 turnovers for Angt, and Yimga Makori does that time foul out. He's the game's top scorer with 20 points. The game's joint best creator with 5 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, and a 23 PIR, but he will not play the final 21 seconds or overtime, if you dare say it, if these two teams go there again, as they did in the championship game last year in Berlin. Angev's nudges Madrid ahead by the same margin with which they won last year's title. And that's all it is, because he splits the pair. So it leaves Insep the opportunity for payback. The opportunity for a win against the team that beat them in the championship game by 1 in overtime last year. Soliman in towards the lane. Shake off, bit of breathing room. This shot doesn't go. And Real Madrid surely are going to win it now, as they desperately try to foul at the finish but don't get to Goy quick enough. And Insep Paris suffer the same fate that they suffered in Berlin a year ago, albeit at the end of the group stage now, as Real Madrid win it by 1, 67-66, and finish a disappointing campaign for them with at least a positive 2-1 record. It means the defending champions will finish the group in second place as they beat Insep here 67-66, behind 16 points apiece from Sidi Goy and Maximo Garcia Plata. A low-scoring battle between these two talented and physical sides. Madrid coming from 9 down in the fourth quarter to win it by 1, a 21-11 final period in favour of the record champions. Sidi Goy with 3 superb displays across the 3 days here in Abu Dhabi. Madrid star, but threatening to steal the spotlight from him down the final stretch was Maximo Garcia Plata, along with Adrian's Angevs in the backcourt, as they found the right combinations with which to come from behind and finish with a flurry. Those two players combining for 28 of Madrid's 67 points, Angevs and Garcia Plata. We'll get some reaction first from their head coach. Here's Javier Juarez with DHABI.
Congratulations, coach. Great job. I know it's not easy to play these games. You know, you came here with a championship mindset. How did you prepare your team for this game?
Oh, the more important is, like you say, you know, because you are a player and you feel like a player now and you are an amazing coach. But we try to change the mentality and stay focused only in the game. But for us, it's a big responsibility because we are the champions at this moment in the last 2 times. And this tournament is so difficult. Last year, our last game against France is the same like today. Yesterday, lose for 1 point. But we take a big responsibility because we are Real Madrid. When we go down, like yesterday, we need to wake up as soon as possible. It's difficult to play against a physical team like France. But I'm happy for the player. But honestly, we can here find our 3rd championship era. But no, it's possible because EuroLeague tournament in this age is amazing, like you know.
Yeah, one more question before I let you go. I want to ask you about the box and one. You guys come up on box and one. You guys played on the defense. Is it something that you guys worked on it before or just for this game?
No. We prepare during all year different situation because maybe in games like today, the physical of the other team is better. We change, we use triangle and two, box and one difference for do other thing, and lose his rhythm because for physics, I think that we don't stay at his level.
All right, congrats, coach, again. Yes, sir.
That defense crucial to the 21-11 fourth quarter that saw Madrid win the game. An important win for them, for Javier Juarez's team, who finished with a 2-1 record. Let's get some more reaction.
Congratulations, man. Great game. I know it was a close game. You guys were the last year's champion and came here to win another championship. Obviously, it didn't work. But what did you learn from this tournament this year?
Thank you. Nothing's easy. All the teams are here to win the championship. We have the pressure because last 2 years we won, but it ended up being this way and we won Paris, so happy.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Maximo Garcia Plata, a joint team high 16 points, 13 of which came in the second half and 8 in the fourth quarter for him. 3 of 4 from 2, 2 of 6 from 3, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. 16 points in just 16 minutes for the 17-year-old. So it's an important win for Real Madrid. They've experienced a bit of a difficult spell recently. They had a 19-game win streak in the ANGE as the back-to-back champions before DHABI's select team beat them in the qualifying event in Munich. It ended their run of 11 straight qualifying tournament victories. So they had to get here as the defending champions as a wild card, and here they tasted defeat to Žalgiris yesterday, cost them their chances of going back to the championship game as they were hoping for an historic three-peat. And they also lost earlier this month in the under-18 Spanish championships to their arch-rivals Barcelona, so they did not want to finish this tournament with a negative 1-2 record. And Insep, who pushed them all the way in last year's championship game here on the ANGE stage, did so again here, but once more Madrid passed the tough test by the finest of margins with a strong finish. 67-66 the final score. Madrid win it despite the lower shooting percentages inside and out from the field. They did that by getting to the line to take 21 more free throw attempts, making 13 more than Insep. That was key. Off the back of Insep committing 30 fouls in the game. 3 players fouling out for Insep. So Real Madrid will finish 2-1, second in the group. Žalgiris, already guaranteed top spot, will face perfect Milan in tomorrow's championship game. But they still have one more game in the group stage to come against Overtime Elite next on this court. Žalgiris will see if they look to rotate a few players to try and remain fresh for tomorrow's big championship game. We'll see you for that one in around 5 or 6 minutes time.